What's happening, what is going on, my beautiful members? So what happens is that today we're gonna be having a story time. I've never done this. I've never had to sit down on a YouTube video and explain a story or something similar to that. Normally it's just lessons, some experiences, maybe lifestyle, showing you guys what I'm about. But today we're gonna be speaking about a story, and how the story is more on about how I actually got hacked. How I got hacked and scammed, and literally just every worst thing that you can think of. Obviously, you guys do remember, if you guys have been following me for a while, when I first started out with my journey before getting into trading and stuff, I made a few profits, but I was unfortunately scammed money from that. But now what happened is that it's a bit more different, because now I'm deeper in my journey. I've been training for the past 6 years and stuff, and something somehow actually happened for me to get to be in this position. But that's what we are going to be speaking about. So obviously, guys, if you are one person that have been following me for the past few days and weeks, you've noticed that from our Telegram group, it's been a bit more tough. We grew that group to over 65,000 followers type thing. So okay guys, so let me start from the very beginning. So what happens is that I've been going through some of the emails that I had. So I've got a team that actually helps me out with dealing with things such as your brand deals, or your sponsorships, or things that actually have to do with making money but external from trading. So what happened is that I've always had a team that helped me with these things. But recently, I just told myself that I want to learn everything about me. I want to learn everything that helps me make money, because I noticed that if I outsource or I delegate some of the work that has been done, that was some of the ways that I actually got robbed easily, because I didn't know, I wasn't paying attention. So that's what I done. I decided that I'm actually gonna be going out there and literally putting in the time or the knowledge that it needs me to be able to just get to that level. So I went through some of the emails, my PR emails, I got some brand deals that were coming in there. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just speak with these people, try to negotiate a deal and get a deal. So some of the deals that you guys that I can be taking would be deals such as integrations on video, or maybe on my YouTube someone wants to put out, or different things like that, maybe someone wants to use my face for something. But it's things that I normally should be believing in, because if I take a deal that I do not believe in, obviously then it will be me misleading my followers or my audience. So with this here, one thing, how they got to me, because I have so many deals, in a day I get maybe 3 to 5 brand deals that are promising me literally over $3,000, $5,000 per deal, and most of them I reject them because of the fact that obviously it's not people that I follow, it's not brands that I follow, it's not brands that I wouldn't recommend my members to follow through with, you understand? Even brokers, it's so many brokers out there that are sending me requests to work with them every single day, but I just deny most of the brokers that I work with. If you see me working with one, just know that I thought too much and I looked at why they are a good broker, and I've actually got all those facts down, you understand? But how this happened is that I was speaking to one person, and that person was claiming was actually, how they approached me was like a game. And I used to love your Call of Duty games, these games that are shooting each other and stuff. And that game, they've built a nice profile, a nice website, they've got a nice profile, everything. Their games look high quality, so it was more of a shooting game. And I was like, what, I want this. I would even play this game even if they don't charge me, because in the deal it was more on you get these stream keys, you get the game for free. Even the people that are gonna sign up using your link, they'll be able to get the game for free, all those. So for me, I was like, I love this game, I'll play it even if I'm not paid to promote it or speak about it. So I was excited for the deal, and that deal literally promised me I think it was $5,000 or something for a video that I can do, a 1-minute video. So what I done is that I was like, what, I'm taking this. Why haven't my people been working on it? I was like, this is the deal that I want. In fact, I left other deals and I started focusing on it, and then I started communicating with this person. So while I was busy in communication with this person, at the end this person sent me a link, and with that link it was like an archived file, and it was like you should download this. Once you download, use this link. Once you download, go into download the file, and once you download the file, it'll need like a password. Here's the password. Give me a password. This is the password's name, and you should use Windows. Don't use anything else besides Windows, and open the app with the WinRAR, something like that. Open the all those things. So I done that. And what sucks is that wasn't going to be successful, hopefully, but I just recently bought a desktop, so a Windows. I never had a Windows type thing, my computer, I barely used it, but I got a newer one like 2-3 weeks ago. So I was excited, I'm working from it and stuff. And when they say open, I was like, I didn't even look at it twice. I just opened, I put in the passwords, I tried to download this and this, and then boom, while I was busy doing that, my computer crashed somehow, like it stopped basically working, or it stopped like responding the right way. So I thought like maybe it's just like spam or something. Let me just go out and then come back in, because when I tried to open the contract, because they said it's a contract that I needed to open and sign. So when I went and opened that contract, boom, nothing is there. It's not opening, it's just jamming. So I tried switching off my PC. I came back, and still it showed to be like my PC is jamming, slow. But in my head I didn't think that I'm being involved in a scam, because if I knew at the time, maybe I would have responded immediately. But what I done is that I was like, hey, my computer, something is wrong, I'll come back to this after a few more minutes. So I just left it like that. Then I opened up my laptop, and then I went straight on the markets. I think I had a live session or something at that time, but I remember I was busy on my laptop. So what happened, for me to be able to see that I got something happened to my accounts, I was trying to sign into my TradingView account. So while trying to go into my TradingView, then I noticed that it kicked me out. I was like, okay, what's going on? TradingView is linked to my Google account, so why is it kicking me out? So I tried going into my Google account to go see what the matter is. Google account kicked me out, and it said my password was changed a few minutes ago. So I'm asking myself, my password was changed. The only people that have my password is like it's only 2 people, let me put it that way, because I'm sure if I just name out who they are, someone will be gunshots on them wanting passwords and stuff. So it's only 2 people that know my password. So I was like, what's going on? What's happening? Like, this is going on. So I just had to react differently. So what I done is that I just stood back and I started thinking. I think I called my lady at that time. I was like, man, can you please just take a look at this? Is this also happening that side? Because on my side, I can see I'm being kicked out of everything. When I go on this on my Gmail is connected to everything. So basically, with Google Chrome, when you do those autofills and stuff, so it's connected to everything of mine. So now that was what was scaring me at the time, but I didn't think that I'm being involved in a scam or a hack or whatever. I just thought that it's like some minus. But I noticed, when I started noticing that it's a scam, it's a hack, was when I tried to recover or change my password, rechange it, and I noticed that the recovery Gmail was changed to something else, and the numbers were changed to something else. So now it was even hard of me to even prove that I'm the right owner of the Gmail account. Yo guys, this is getting a bit more emotional. That's why I need a drink close by, and I think I even need tissues that are close to me, because if a tear drops before it touches down, I need to catch it. But it's okay, we strong, we stand no matter what. So let me tell you guys what happened. So yeah guys, like how I was telling you guys, I literally got blocked or taken out of like literally everything that I had access to. So I'd start looking at it, we got cut out of like our accounts, our Gmail account. So that was like where I was like normally just talking business or just handling certain things. But truly speaking, my Gmail account was connected to everything, meaning that everything that I do, it links to my Gmail account. So things such as like literally my Telegram group, I got kicked out of it from there. I don't even know how, because those people, the fact that they had access to my to my PC at that time, it had access to my Telegram group, it had access to my YouTubes, it had access to like literally everything that I was doing. So I got kicked out of my Telegram group. So that's something I should do. Even currently, we haven't recovered it yet. So whatever that's been posted in there up until I announce that we got it back or anything like that, it's not from us. I also do not even have access as admin or anything. I can just see in the group what goes on, and when they post course I can just be like, no, please don't do that, but you know, there's nothing much that we can do. And as well, YouTube, you guys remember that a few weeks ago on my YouTube, you know, they were posting other things, Bitcoin scams and all those things. That was what was going on. Those are the people that had access to it. They took all my videos, removed all my videos, put it on private, and started posting their own things, which also hurt my YouTube channel, because YouTube saw that and they flagged it. And even now, in terms of like, you know, revenue wise, or even like, you know, views and stuff, I'm still gonna have to recover and prove, you know, my authenticity, because at the end YouTube suspended me. Like, they will see my channel as being, you know, flagged. So that what happened. And while going through all of this, while fighting, like, you know, seeing, oh, this is what they're changing. Like, when I go to my YouTube, when it's being changed, I see I'm getting notifications from FNB now that they are logged in. So when I go into FNB, it's just like, you know, FNB logging in, online banking, like the message that I get whenever a person logs into my account. And from there, it's just them literally trying to just fiddle up and down within my accounts. So that also gave me, like, you know, a head rush, because at that time, you know, I just had to do something. Luckily, they couldn't win in terms of, like, you know, changing passwords to move me out. So the only thing that I done was, like, you know, I literally just went back in there and I just tried to move, like, you know, the amount of money that I had to, like, maybe different types of accounts. But while doing that too, because I have FNB Discovery, I think I have 5 bank accounts. I also have, like, you know, offshore accounts. Maybe it's two now. I got one recently, so it's 2. So with this, while trying to move my accounts from the next to the next, while going in FNB, I see I'm logging in from Discovery. But I loved Discovery because when someone logged in, it didn't just say, you know, the person is in. It showed me if I accept that, and I was able to just deny it. So it denied them access to it. But you know, your net banks and I forgot what bank. I think it's FNB Net Bank and that and Discovery. So when I got all of those notifications, that's when it was starting to be scary. And on FNB, like, for me, I got a personal and as well business account. So when I even went to the bank, they mentioned to me that my business account was corrupted. My personal account was still okay, but by business it was corrupted, because these people, you know, I think they just try to, you know, apply certain things, do certain things. They try to do as much as possible during that time frame, which at the same time allowed me, which made me block all of my accounts. My accounts were blocked. But also with my offshore account, I also use a Pioneer Bank. So with my offshore account, what happened is that I also got blocked out of it. I couldn't get access to it, and that is where my money goes to type thing. You know? So whenever I withdraw, it goes to my Pioneer Bank, and from there I withdraw it. So it was blocked. Even till this day, it's still blocked. I'm still fighting with the Pioneer team because they blocked it, and you know, I was able to speak with them, and they unblocked it. And I think for a reason, you know, because I was all of my accounts were like literally just down. So I was using my Pioneer money to just do things for those few days. So because of the fact that, like, you know, I was making so many transactions in a very short amount of time, they blocked me again, and I think that was the reason. So even now, it's been over a week or so, and it's just back and forth, because I'm even telling them that, you know, I've got business expenses that I need to pay, I've got this and this and this and that I need to pay. And the fact that, like, you know, all of this is happening at the same time, it's gonna end up making me seem like an untrustworthy person, on which I do not want that with the people that I'm working with, or with just anyone. Like, if let's say I'm paying for, I don't know, rent or a car, I don't want to be late on payments in terms of such things, because I want, whenever it comes to a time whereby I want to speak business with that person, they can be able to just understand that I'm a trustworthy person. So I do not like not paying things on time. So even now, for me, going through all of this, it started making me a bit more, like, you know, mentally, you know, my hands started getting cold, shaking, you know, we started sweating, you know, we started going through a lot of things, because while all of this is happening, while I'm still trying to patch this, while I'm still trying to fix this, literally they're shutting me away from everything. So it's almost like they took everything and they shut me away from things that would allow me to fight that. You understand? So, because, you know, most people, we need money to be able, for me to get, you know, like, I remember that first day, I spent so much money on people trying to, this person saying that they'll fix, this person saying they'll unhack it, this person saying, you understand? So you at the end need money, like, you know, you need money for certain things. Like, you know, if I'm fighting this as a case, I'll need money to get a lawyer, I'll need money for, you know, IT gurus, you know, and all of that. So if I got kicked out of everything, who's gonna help me? No one. I remember I was even speaking to some people, and they wanted to help in terms of specific things that we were doing before the hack. So when the hack happened, when they saw what actually happened to my YouTube channel, they didn't respond anymore. Like, they stopped responding, because now they saw that, oh, this guy doesn't have business for us anymore type thing. You understand? But Such things, I didn't see it as like, obstacles, but instead I just saw it as, what do I need to do in order to just not make this happen. Okay, so for now, guys, there's a lot that actually did go on, and we are still recovering. Fortunately, we're doing much more better, because I remember at some point, I couldn't think straight, I couldn't eat straight, I couldn't do certain things, because throughout all of this that is happening, there's still bigger battles that we are fighting through. Like, we've also got this case that I can't even just speak about it. Currently, I don't like speaking about things when I'm in the middle of them, but we're still fighting through this. So it became a bit more tough for me to handle dealing with this, because that also needed money in order of me to continue fighting that, and as well fighting with this, which also on top of that still needed finances, and as well it still pushed me into, it nearly pushed me to a depressive state. But I just sat back, one day I was like, on a call with my lady, like I spoke with my lady, I spoke with my sister, I spoke with my mom, I spoke with my brother. And at this time, it also allows you to be able to see who are the people that are there for you, because all the people that, like, I've seen myself, do things for, go the extra mile for, sacrifice most of my things for them. They were not bothered at this time. And as much as I'm not a person that likes to, mention or talk or bother someone else, but as a person, I can see when a friend is not going through a right phase, and I'm able to just come forward and, like, present help to them. But one thing that it done is that it allowed me to see who are the right ones. So what I mean by that is that, I've seen, I was on, like, I've been on a call with my beautiful lady each and every single day. Every day when I was telling her that I'm about to give up, things are not working out, this and that, she just tell me that, no, trust in yourself. And I know that some of you guys would be thinking, but Lesiba, at this time, where was your trading accounts? You can easily just trade and remake back that money and stuff. Guess what, guys? Remember, we got kicked out of all of that, so meaning that we can't really even access those accounts. But instead, what happened is that I got an account and actually funded some capital, just young money. I think it was like 5k or 10k. I grew that account during that time frame. I grew it maybe to, like, 20k, somewhere there. But after I just, like, I think I withdrew the initial capital. I was even telling this story to my brother. We drew like 5,000. But when I was like, I wanted to push to get to that higher level, because I still need a lot of money. Like, someone out there will be like, oh, 20k, you are safe. No, I still need, like, I need like maybe over 6 figures in a span of like 3 to 5 days. I need like literally over 130k, somewhere around those numbers. So even when I done this, so now I wanted to do what? I wanted to grow that, 10k to that number quick. So obviously, because I'm not in the right time frame to mindset to trade, I'm under pressure, I need all of this. Obviously, it ended up making me lose that money. Do you get that? So I even said, what, let me just stay away from the markets, because right now everything I'm trying to touch turns into losses. I mean, like, each and every single thing that I was trying was turning into losses. And I would ask myself how. There was even a day, like literally a week ago or so, and I was asking myself, how am I even going to even make it to the next day? How am I going to see tomorrow? And fortunately, like I did say, being able to just be surrounded with things or with people that are valuable in your life, like, my lady, she became a pillar to me. It even allowed us to connect much more better and much more deeper. And as well, even people like my mom, my mom was able to, like, become, a support shoulder for me, because what she was able to do is something that even till this day, I'm literally going to be owing her for the rest of her life with the moves that she's made for me. And it's not even like now, I remember the story that I told you guys, when I first started, years ago, how my mom helped me, in order to just push forward. Even till this day, like, close to a similar situation happened, and I'm very grateful. But this is something I want to also be disclosing soon. And I'm just excited and blessed to be in a position whereby, as much as things can come my way, as much as obstacles, as much as hackers can come to us, as much as finances can try to be down, as much as, like, literally anyone can pray against us, one thing that I'm excited to be in is the position of being able to be around people that love me. And I'm talking about my inner family members, like, my close people, like my lady, my mom, my brother. My brother would tell me every single day that you are the biggest dream chaser. I know that you're going through a lot, and you are, I can see what's going on. You don't be under pressure, just push, man. You've done this before. You've came from the mass, man. You know where we come from. Continue pushing. Every day will be telling me that. My sister would just tell me, ask me questions like, what is it that you need? What do you need help with? Is there anything that I can help? Like, literally at this point, even if you offered me bread, I'll take it and I'll eat it with the most exciting, I'll be excited to eat that, because at that time, it was tough. It was like literally tough. So now guys, the one thing that I'm gonna say here is to someone that's seen this, I understand, with me when I started, I'm still 25 years old. When I started when I was 19 years old. I've been, in and out. I think I've made like, a million, I've made 2 million, then I've lost some of it, and then I've made like, 3, 3, 4, 5, and then I've lost some of it. Then, we've broken over the 8-figure mark, and then we still went down below. But I think the most important that I'm trying to say here is that each and every obstacle, or every mistake, or every number that you reach that allows you to excel forward, it also comes with greater responsibility, and it also comes with like a lot of spots where you're gonna be stuck in front of the wall, but when you try to push, you're not gonna make it through. But if you become consistent, if you push consistent, you're gonna eventually make that wall fall down, and you'll be able to walk through there. And what it does is that, because remember, also with me, I'm coming from like the previous year, I had a team, a beautiful team of mine. I think we're like at some point we're like 19. So thinking of it like from the ages 23, 24, I'm paying salaries to over 19 people at one point. And I see so many people would be sending out messages saying that, hey, if you guys are making money from trading, why would you charge to teach, all those things? And I understand those are people that do not value knowledge, or those are people that do not value how knowledge is being presented. Because for me, I literally had to invest like literally over 350,000 rands every single month. So what I mean is that on salaries, on platforms, on like anything that makes sure that I provide the right services to the right people. Do you get that? So it doesn't make sense if like I'm not making that much and I'm investing that much, and at the end, remember that if I'm making my own cash on the side, like if I was able to put like maybe an extra 200k from the markets, I can't take that money and put it on maybe I can't take that money and put it on just helping people. What's my family gonna eat? Because at some point it came back to me, and it literally bit me when I was alone at night staring at the ceiling, and it hit me. I just saw all the things that I've done to everyone. And what sucks is that when you do things for people grow, they become successful, they win. But at some point you sacrificed so much on your side, you didn't grow. Maybe a closer brother, a closer friend, or you didn't grow your family, but someone out there grew. And I've seen this happen so much when the person grow and they go somewhere else, like let's say they move away from me type thing. And after a few months, or after a few, maybe they'll go to other people, or other people that maybe are now around them, or maybe people that, because I don't like spending, I'm not a person that likes spending money. So if you're with me and you make a lot of money, to me it's not going to change out the way that we've been doing things. If we've always been on the laptop and stuff, we're always going to be on the laptop. So people, what they do is that I think they get bored and they don't like that, and they go out there to people that want to that love to ball, maybe go out to clubs, do those things 1, 2, 3, and eventually after a few more months or something, then they come back, in terms of, hey Joe, come, let's make that money again. And unfortunately, I'm in the game of business, we learn the hard way. We learn in terms of, what should I be looking out for. So this is just a lesson to the youngin, because I remember when I started my YouTube video, I mentioned that I want to be speaking about the wins, the losses. So it doesn't help when I'm speaking about all wins, showing you guys how I go through, the nice situation, the beautiful positions. But when you guys do not see the obstacles, the downsides, how, there's a high chance that today I can be like this and tomorrow I can be literally like this. But in my mindset, it doesn't change a thing, because remember, me as a person, the character that I've built, that's why I say even if I lose everything in a day, I'll still be able to remake those things, because all the things that I've literally earned in my life, I've never been given out. I've never got them easy. I had to work. So I know the steps that I needed to get there. So even now my recovery, that's why I knew that it shouldn't take me too long to recover. Just that I've never really been in this position ever before in my whole life, so it's a new thing. But I know the mindset that I have, that is just more about putting in the work, daily showing up, as long as we continue to pray, because these things even allow us to become closer to God, like with also what I'm saying in terms of like people that we've had closer to us that wanted to eventually maybe end up because like we've had people that were close to us, that loved everything that we do, but as soon as we started saying that, no man, this is the vision, this is what things should be like, this is where we're going, they on their own side decided that that's not the vision that they had. So instead they wanted to also pull us so we don't get to be on that next level. But guess what? When you see us pulling up in the hoods, with those horses and everything that they said we can't get, you shouldn't. I don't want you to be thinking that I done something, I sacrificed some people, or I done something illegal to make money. No, I need you to use this video as a reference. I need you to use this and go to my very first video, see how I was still in the hood back home. I'm actually gonna go back home and take a video exactly like that, just to show you guys that these things, it's not like they change or anything. It's just like the mindset. Because at the end of the day, when you watch this video, someone's gonna be watching this video now, and they'll be like, whether you are seeing it the way that you see it, at the end there'll still be someone that watches this video, and a few months later they'll be seeing, wow, Lesiba is wow, this person, no, he's lying. There was something he was doing. How he was like this in this position, but now he's like this. No, something he done, something, and it's not even that. Like, it's literally hard work. Like, one day I was sitting down with the billionaire. I think it was like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. We're having a meeting, and like, I always have a journal. My journal is like more smaller, and my journal is not like a diary. My journal is like, where I just write down thoughts. I'll journal my day, how my day went and stuff. So while sitting down with the billionaire, he was like even sitting next to me, like, yeah, and we're just talking, coming up with ideas. He was like talking before the hack happened. You're talking, I was like, yeah, gonna be on TV, Morning Express, or this is gonna take over, and all those things. And next day I was like, oh, okay, nice, I like that. Then he took a diary, started writing down. It's like, well, okay, when, what day? Then he noted down, and from there I just looked at him. So someone would be looking at his watch, saying, wow, that's exciting. Someone would be looking at, what card does he have? What? Because I was looking at this person writing down everything they were speaking about, and as soon as we got there, I called my lady and I was like, baby, guess what? I'm gonna get a diary. And she's like, you went to a meeting, you're coming back to say you're gonna get a diary? I was like, no, man, I saw my life changed after I saw that. The next thing, like how that person was using it, I was like, man, diary is gonna change things for me. Since that day, I went out there, I even invested like a lot. This diary here, I didn't get it cheap, but I went there, closed my eyes, I got it, and then I went back home. Even when I was still going through the up and down, I think it also kept me sane when I was still going through the up and downs of being hacked, because every day I wrote down the things that I need to, in time frame, because diaries has time, days and stuff. So I wrote down everything. So I'd go to banks, everything that the feedback, man, your account is corrupted, you have to do 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh, okay, wait. I take out my book, I read what? That's how I was. Like, everywhere I went everywhere, and everywhere wherever they told me something, I was like, hey, before you talk, I took out my book and I was like, what are you saying? When they say something, I'll write it down. When I get home, I'll just observe that, look at it, and then look at what can I do in order to just fix that. So those are ways that you can go about it. But at the end of the day, guys, we're still here, we're still fighting. And the person that's watching this, when you see us shining within the next few months, you shouldn't be thinking anything else. You should actually think that it's actually possible. Put in your mind to believe that you can, and just continuously show up. As long as you continuously show up, as long as you continue, because I feel like also these things, they allow you to learn your purpose. Like, for me, I've learned what is important to me, and it's gonna allow me to show you guys within the next few months as well. So yeah, this is just a young story. I'll update you guys if there's a second part or a third part. If we continue recovering certain things, I'll update you guys on that. But we're still fighting every single day. But it's not just like fighting of trading on the markets, or fighting of writing down things. No, it's actually a spiritual fight too. So each and every single day we make sure that we pray, and we pray, because without God nothing is possible, but with God each and every single thing is possible. Even the word impossible is possible. You can push through as long as you've got God in your heart, and in your mind, and in your hands. Because remember, whatever that your mind can see and you can feel, whatever that the heart can feel and that you appreciate, is what the hands can have. Stop this video.